You don't need to know how to code to make a high quality website anymore. Back in the day, you need to learn how to code using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and then you need to learn how to host and deploy your site. But nowadays, there's plenty of platforms that simplify this process. So in this video, I want to talk to you guys about how you can build and deploy a high quality website without learning how to code. But you might wonder, why do I even need a website in the first place? Right now there's social media platforms that allow you to post pretty much any kind of content you want. But websites are still really important. Generally, I like to think of a website as a central location to represent everything about me or my company online. And you might want a website for a bunch of different reasons. If you're a professional or a freelancer, you'd want a website to showcase your past work and highlight your skills all in one place. Another reason you might want a website is if you own a business and you need a professional place to provide information and describe your services. Or if you're an e-commerce business and you sell products, then you would want a website where people can make purchases. Social media can be pretty limiting and not provide a full picture of you or your business, just because of how the content's formatted or because of the algorithms that force you to post certain kinds of content in order to get engagement. A website gives you full control and allows you to represent yourself how you want to be seen. And it's great that nowadays it's really easy to build a website. You don't need to hire programmers and spend a lot of money, and you don't need to learn how to code. One of the newer platforms that allows you to build powerful websites easily is Wix Studio. In short, Wix Studio is a web creation platform that leverages newer technologies like AI to make the design and development process much easier. The first thing that we're going to want to do is head over to the Wix Studio Dashboard, which I'll link in the description of this video. In the dashboard, the first thing we'll see is a bunch of video tutorials talking about a lot of the features. And right at the top, we'll see a button that says create a new site. Now you could choose to build your website from scratch, but I highly recommend starting with one of the templates. Wix Studio has awesome starter templates for pretty much any kind of website you can imagine creating. Now you could scroll through all the templates and look, they're very high quality, modern, or you could filter by type, industry, features, or style. Now, a lot of the portfolio templates here are for creatives, so I'm going to scroll down and just start with a portfolio wireframe, just the basic portfolio template. Once I've selected my template, I'll be taken into the editor where I can actually edit my website. Since it's about me, the first thing I'm going to do is add my name. So I'm just going to go over and double click on add your own title here. I think that's a good place for my name. And then this is a welcoming space. Grab their attention with a copy that clearly states what the site is about. So with my site, I'm going to showcase some of my past work, including my YouTube content and my coding projects. So right down here, I'm going to put for brands and companies interested in collaborating with Nick White. Below, you'll find information about past collaborations and projects, including success metrics. Up in the top left, we'll also see there's a business name section. So I'm just going to go ahead and add my name up there as well. And then in the top right, we see we have an about section and a portfolio section, which looks good to me. So obviously just clicking around on Wix Studio and double clicking, we can see we can edit things. And then in this right sidebar, we have properties and values, and we can actually edit the styles of the text and different things that we're working on. If we look over to the left, we can also see there's a left sidebar where we can add different elements to our website. There's a ton of options here, including everything that you would be able to add with HTML. If we look below the elements section, we can see that there are layers of the site, including the header, the footer, and the different sections of the website. Below that would be the different pages of the website, including the home page and the about page, as well as different project pages, as when we click on a project, it would direct us to a new page with more information. Below that, we could see we have global sections for our site, including the header and footer, which will appear on every page. Below that, we have more styling, so we could look at some colors, typography, page transitions, and then below that, was really interesting is the app market. And the app market is really cool because it's a bunch of pre-made, ready-to-go applications that we could easily add into our website. And what's really cool is if we think of something that doesn't exist, we can create our own application and then monetize it via the app market if other websites use it. Below that, we have CMS. If you're running something like a blog, this would be good, but right now we're just doing a portfolio site. And then below that, we can actually start coding. If we know how to code and we want to integrate code, Wix Studio is awesome because it gives us full control over our site when we need it, or if we need to add certain things. Now there's a whole lot of features here, but like I said, it's pretty easy to understand. And as we build websites and learn a little bit more, we get better at the process. For the next section of the portfolio template, we could see there are some featured projects with mock data. Right now the projects are listed in a grid-like format, but if we were to click, we can adjust the layout. There's a whole bunch of different ways that we can go about designing the site, but to be honest, in this case, I actually like the grid. So if we want to change the details of the project, we can go to Manage Projects. If we enter the project section on the left-hand sidebar, we'll be able to edit all of the details of these projects, including the images. Since I have a YouTube channel, for my portfolio, I'm going to showcase some of the brand collaborations I've done in the past. So I'll adjust the project title to a brand I've worked with in the past, and I'll add an image of that brand logo. And of course, you're able to upload your own images and media directly from your computer. As far as the other default project photos, we don't need these for now, so I'll just delete them. I'll add some brief details explaining the collaboration, and then we'll save and close. When we go back to the site, this should update, and there we go. What's nice is as we build our site, we can see how it looks on different devices. If we go up to the top, we can see how it looks on desktop, tablet, and mobile. We're also able to drag and resize to see how it would look on different screen sizes. So right now I'm just going to repeat this process and add a few more brands that I've worked with. Now that I've added some of my past collaborations, we could quickly look again and make sure that it looks all right on every device. And it is looking pretty good. Since these aren't necessarily featured projects, I'm going to change the featured projects text to brands I've worked with. Now, as we develop our site, I can go up into the top right and actually preview what it would look like when it got deployed. And it is looking pretty good, just a little bland. Now, if we were to select one of the brands I've worked with from the home page, it would direct us to a new page with more information, which of course I haven't added yet. Since most of these projects were YouTube collaborations, I could go back into the Manage Projects section. And in that project section where I was editing the details, I can add more media that would display when you select that project and are directed to that new page. So if you were a designer or photographer, you could add more images that would display on that new page. But since most of these collaborations were done via YouTube, I can embed a video that will display on the new page. For example, this is the video for when I collaborated with Pluralsight. So now when we select that Pluralsight panel and we get redirected to a page with more details on the collaboration, we'll see that video is embedded here and the person can watch it. We could also easily edit the details for this collaboration because this is obviously not a photography project. We just go to edit text, which will take us back to that edit project section. And right down here, we have project type, photography. And in this case, it would be a YouTube sponsored integration. So now we could see that the page with more details is coming together a little bit better. And then of course from here, I can manually add more elements and styles. As you can see, like I said, the platform's really intuitive and easy to use. Now let's say I know how to code, but I don't like platforms like these because they don't give you enough control. Well, this platform's a little different. You can go over to the left-hand side and there's a coding section. Here you can make small changes or code specific functionalities to the website. If you want to write your own styles in CSS, you can do that too. And you can even look at the backend code or connect to your GitHub account. What's really cool is they allow you to code in VS Code. You just select code in Wix IDE, and then you can go through all of the different project files and add all the code you want. They even have a Wix AI code assistant, which is an intelligent coding companion for developers using Wix Studio. It gives you real-time assistance with writing code, fixing errors, using the Wix APIs, and discovering features. If you want to access and use it, it's at the bottom of the left column in the Wix IDE. All you have to do is select what you're trying to do, whether it's generating code, fixing your code, or looking up documentation, and then you just describe what you need help with in the bottom using text. That is one of the best things about this platform. It leverages AI in a bunch of different ways to make building websites really easy. If I were to ask the AI assistant, for example, can you help me change the background color of the website? It would tell me how to do that. And what's also cool is there's a little insert button to automatically insert the code into the file you're working on. When you make a change to the code in the Wix IDE, that will be reflected in the Wix Studio Editor. Now, in most cases, the Wix Studio Editor already has pretty much everything you need to make the website you're going to want to build, but the coding IDE is useful for scenarios where you want to add specific functionalities. Another really cool way that Wix Studio has integrated AI is if we were to go and add an image to our site, for example, since I'm a coding YouTuber, I might want to add an image of code. And they've actually integrated AI image generation. So as I drop my image, if I just want to create an AI image here, I can describe the image I want and it will be generated. Here I'm going to generate a coding logo to represent my brand. In this case, I entered a video camera with a binary code background, and you could choose a style, so I chose 3D. You could choose from a few different kinds of styles, and you might have to play around a little bit with the text to get exactly what you want. Another really cool thing Wix Studio added to make your websites look awesome and modern is you could select any element on the page and there's going to be an animation section. You would select the element you want to animate, and then on the right side you could choose your interaction. For example, when I hover on this image, I can make it expand, I can make it shrink, I can make it rotate, and a bunch of other cool things. When you're finished building your website, publishing it to the web is really easy. You just head over to the top right where there's a button that says publish. As you develop and deploy your websites, you can use free Wix Studio domains, or you can connect one that you own. And now we have a live website on this URL that I can visit. So if we head over to the URL, we can see our site's currently live with the updated information, the animation on the AI generated photo, all of my projects, and if I were to select on a project, I'd be redirected to the page with my video and more information. Now, obviously, there's a lot of work to be done on my portfolio, but this demonstrates how easy and quick it is to build these websites using Wix Studio. We started from the most basic template, but there were so many to choose from that look amazing and are ready to go for most people's needs. I just wanted to make this video because I find this newer platform really impressive with all of the control you get and how easy it is to build. And it's kind of an all-in-one solution for web development where you get full control over your code, but you have this editor with all of the no-code capabilities you need to build a lot of websites for a lot of different scenarios. Now, there's still a lot of work on my website, so I'm gonna get back to it, but I didn't want this video to be too long, and I just wanted to showcase some of the cool capabilities of this platform. I'm really excited about newer technologies like no code and AI, so let me know what you guys think of this platform. Once again, I'm going to link it in the description. Go check it out. I think it's pretty cool and pretty valuable. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to grow here fast, guys. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. Peace.